Hello, everybody. Hello. It's been a minute. How have you been? Welcome back to the Black Forex Academy channel, where we actually discuss and talk about the fascinating world of trading. In today's video, we're going to go over the pre-market analysis. We're going to break down the markets, the potential trading opportunities that are going to be available for us for the coming week. But we're going to start off from the monthly perspective because obviously we understand like the last month has just closed in the past week. So we need to see what happened in the last month, what to anticipate to happen this coming month, and even dive to the lower time frames and see what potential trading opportunities we have this coming week. So if that sounds interesting, please do stick with us until the end. Don't forget to like this video, share with a few friends, subscribe, love y'all. Let's get it. Cool. So we're going to start off with DXY from the monthly perspective. DXY is also the US dollar currency index. It represents the US dollar. So when we zoom out, we can obviously see the trend is in a clear bullish trend. As we had these lows, we had these highs, prices created higher highs and higher lows. And then they also created again higher high, and this potential being a potential higher low. So obviously the trend is bullish, so we need to anticipate a bullish continuation, right? We need to anticipate a bullish continuation from where prices are currently at. I'm just going to map out these structures. Obviously you can see that now prices broke above this structure, gave us a retest. Now we are anticipating to see some kind of a continuation for prices to keep on pushing higher. Now switching to the lower time frame, before we switch, if we look at last month's candle, we can obviously see it was a solid bullish confirmation candlestick. A solid bullish engulfing candlestick, right? It's an engulfing candlestick on a support structure, right? So this actually indicates that prices have a higher possibility of this coming month to keep on pushing higher because of this solid bullish momentum that we have just seen here on the monthly perspective. Now, switching to the weekly time frame, we can see that prices are trying to push higher. Obviously, the coming structure is somewhere here, right? That's the coming structure. Now prices obviously bounced off from this low. We should be anticipating to see prices reach this high. Like that's not there's a very high possibility of prices reaching this high. Now obviously we are anticipating to see prices to keep on pushing higher, as we've seen just broke the most recent structure from the monthly perspective. And if we look at the US dollar characteristic, so when we zoom out, look at this. So after every time it creates a structure, it kind of ranges. You see here we had a range, right? And then it came above here, broke above these highs, gave us another range, right? So there's a very high possibility after breaking above here, we may be facing some kind of a range here before prices, keep on pushing higher. So for this range, in order for this range to be legit, we need to see prices push until there. That's the move that we are actually anticipating to see on the US dollar, right? It's also a continuation of the trend because obviously we understand like prices are in a bullish trend. Now, switching back to the weekly, excuse-moi. Switching back to the weekly, we should be anticipating to see, should prices break above here, we'll be anticipating to look for retest before we see a continuation for prices to push until day high. Or we'll be seeing prices bounce off this structure, come back down here before we actually see that continuation. Actually, let's see if we can do a wave count. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might take a bounce. Yeah. So these are the two possibilities. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So after we get this fifth rebound, we'll see prices push all the way until day high, only if prices bounce off from this structure. Obviously, in the market right now is mostly driven by fundamentals more than technical. If it was a solid, or if it was just another smooth month, another smooth week, I would have said prices will come back down here to 5 before we actually see it bounce off. But the market right now is driven crazy by the fundamentals. So should the US dollar gain more value, obviously we'll be looking for that break, a solid retest, before we actually take the trade to swing with it all the way until die highs. But overall, we are anticipating to see a bullish move happen on the US dollar. How it will happen? These are the two possibilities that will actually make it play out. So for the coming week, what should we be anticipating on the US dollar? Obviously, we can see this is from the daily perspective. On Friday, prices closed with a bullish inside candle. So what is a minor structure that we have in here? This is some kind of a minor structure in here, right? Cool. So currently, obviously, the anchor candlestick is this bearish candlestick right here. So what we should be anticipating to happen is that prices might push down here, look for more bullish momentum before pushing up until this structure, right? That's the first possibility. The second possibility is that we might see prices just continue pushing until they reach up here. The trend on the 4 hours is obviously bearish. As we can see, prices already broke below this, some kind of a ascending trend line or ascending trend. And these are the structures that are in play right now, right? So we might be looking to see prices, push lower until it reaches somewhere here before it actually takes off, right? Before it actually takes off to go all the way up here. Or now, if we see prices break above here, we'll be looking for an entry on the retest of this structure to swing with it all the way until it reaches here. But if we get a bearish confirmation candlestick here, we'll be selling until prices reach here, then we'll be buying. So that's how we are anticipating it to play out during this open of the week, during on Monday, the rest of the week. We'll be waiting to see, should prices break above here, we'll be buying. If prices give us a bearish confirmation candlestick from where it's at, we'll be selling. So yeah, always follow the markets, never predict, follow the market. The market knows best, right? So that's our game plan. Overall, long-term bias, we're obviously bullish, but on Monday, we'll see how it plays out. So let's look at JPYX. JPYX, what's up with this baby? All right, now we are here on the monthly perspective. JPYX is a Japanese yen currency, guys. So it's like the US dollar, but for the Japanese. So obviously we can see from the monthly perspective, the trend is in a clear bearish trend, pushing lower after low, lower lows, lower highs, clear bearish trend. Last month, we can obviously see prices closed with a bearish candlestick, but it had some kind of rejections from the upside and the lower side, but it's still in a bearish trend. That's the one thing that's clear. So we can go to the lower time frames and see what's up with that. On the lower time frame, this is a weekly perspective. From the weekly perspective, we can obviously see that prices okay, let me just use a line. Prices created some kind of a double top and then gave us a retest on it. see that. So prices broke below this. I call this a double top because it has these tops, double top. This is the neckline. Prices broke and then retested the neckline. So after that, we should be anticipating to see prices push lower until the next low, somewhere down here. That's my bias on JPYX. For this coming month, I'll be anticipating to see prices, keep on pushing lower, which is a good bias because JPYX is inversely correlated to DXY. So if DXY will be bullish, JPYX has a very high possibility of being bearish. So far we're good. This is from the daily perspective. From the daily perspective, prices are creating lower lows and lower highs. Like it's a solid bearish trend. Look at this. We had a high, we had a low, we had a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower highs, lower low. So obviously, prices are just pushing low after low, pushing lower low, lower lows. So we should be anticipating to see prices, keep on pushing lower for the coming week until it hits that target at about 780 down here, right? So overall, JPYX, that's my bias. This coming week, I'll be anticipating it to become very solidly bearish. USD JPY, what should we be anticipating? So I'm just going to be very fast on the currency pairs because we have already covered the major, indices. So JPYX, obviously we know it's positively correlated to DXY and inversely correlated to JPYX. DXY, we're anticipating it to be bullish. JPYX, we're anticipating it to be bearish. Hence, USD JPY, we should be anticipating it to be bullish. So from here, we should be anticipating to see prices keep on pushing higher with a solid confirmation from Friday close. That's a solid go ahead to look for buys on the lower time frames. So we should be looking for buys on USD JPY for the coming week. Euro USD inversely correlated to DXY. And so overall, we have to be anticipating to see a sell setup on this. As we can see, last month candle closed with a solid bearish engulfing candlestick, and the trend is in a clear bearish trend. As we had a high, we had a low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So we should be anticipating to see some kind of a lower low. Okay, something like that. So we should be anticipating to see some kind of a lower low for prices to keep on pushing lower. On the daily perspective, we have to see prices keep on pushing lower until these as the first targets, obviously. Second targets will have to be somewhere down here, right? So USD JPY, Euro USD, we're anticipating it to be very, very bearish. But it all depends with how the DXY will actually open and start playing out. Obviously, because we know it's inversely correlated to DXY. So if DXY starts by opening with a retracement, we'll be looking for a retracement on Euro USD too until maybe this structure here before we actually start selling for prices to push until they hit here as the first targets and be looking for sell targets all the way down here as the second targets. But if it opens and just starts dumping, we'll obviously be looking for sells as well. GU, same thing applies, inversely correlated to DXY. Last month, prices closed with a inside bearish candlestick. Trend clearly bearish as we had a high, we had a low, we had a high, we had a lower low, lower high. So obviously we should be anticipating some kind of a bearish continuation. From the weekly perspective, prices closed with a bullish engulfing candlestick. So I really wouldn't be looking for trading opportunities on GBP/USD this coming week. As last week, prices closed with a bullish engulfing candlestick, and I'm looking for sells. So that means for the coming week, I won't be really trading DXY, GBP/USD. I'll stick with Euro USD, and let's see what gold's happening with gold. Gold closed with a doji, at least. it indicates a lack of momentum. But on the daily, we can obviously see the trend is already clearly solid bearish. So gold is a good opportunity. Has a good opportunity. We can obviously see here prices will be aiming for these lows. So we should be looking for sell opportunities as soon as the market opens on gold, as it's pouring down heavy. It's pouring down heavy. As we've seen, the weekly is all right, daily is okay. This is the weekly. Let's see the monthly. Monthly, it closed with a bearish engulfing candlestick after touching these highs. So it's a bearish engulfing candlestick. So that means we're good to go. Gold is beautiful, so we'll be looking for sell opportunities on gold. Probably give us a good trade on Monday. So those are the trades that we'll be focusing on: the US dollar, Euro USD, and gold. GBP USD doesn't really fit the criteria, so you're not going to be trading GBP USD this coming week. Euro JPY, so this is a JPYX trade, or it's a JPYX pair. Obviously, we're anticipating to see JPY keep on pushing lower. So that means Euro USD, JPY, Euro JPY will obviously be buying because it's inversely correlated to JPYX. The targets that we'll be aiming for are these highs. So yeah, that's the move that we'll be looking for on Euro JPY. Cadjpy, same thing applies, inversely correlated to JPYX. So JPYX is dumping. What's happening to Cadjpy? Obviously buying. We have to cover at least all these lows, right? So Cadjpy, the next targets that we'll be aiming for are these highs up here. All right, so that's it, fellas. That's it. That's the moves that I'm anticipating to see happen this coming week. Obviously, I'll still be dropping hints on my free Telegram group. If you're not in it, be sure to join. The link is in the description below. You don't want to miss out. I'll be dropping trades, updates on lower time frames such as the daily and 4 hours for proper entries. So you don't want to miss that. More updates will obviously be uploaded on the YouTube channel that you're currently on, and you don't want to miss that. So make sure to subscribe and turn on that bell notification so that you won't miss out. Till next time, guys, I appreciate you. Let's have a great trading month. Let's kill. Peace.